Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Aqilah and my other group member which is Ainna Muhammad Hairil Faisal and Nur Atikah. We are from SR241 and from group 6. We will explain about the framework of visitor use management. So, what is a visitor use management? Visitor use management is the proactive and adaptive process of planning and managing characteristic of a visitor, and it is a physical and social setting. This is to sustain desire, resources, condition, and visitor experience with variety of using strategy and tools. Okay, next, what is important of visitor use management? It is to managing visitor use maximize the ability of agency to encourage access, improve visitor experience, and protecting resources value. So there are 5 outcomes of visitor use management. Firstly, it give high quality experience and visitor satisfaction. The second one is protection of resources values. The third one for a long-term support for public lands and also stewardship share resources. The fourth one is to enhance relationship and partnership with stakeholder, communities, and service provider. The lastly, if it also give innovative solution towards emerging and dynamic needs. So on this topic, we will explain the framework of visitor use management. The framework outline is a planning and decision-making process of managing visitor use. This framework is important because visitor use management is fundamental for achieving and maintaining the desired visitor experience and resources condition. This framework also provides a flexible process for managing visitor use on managed lands and waters. So that's all from me, and I will pass the next presentation to Nur Ainna Soleha. Thank you.
Thank you, Nur Aqilah. And now I will continue in this slide, which is the visitor use management framework. For visitor use management is fundamental for maximizing benefit for visitors while achieving and maintaining desired resource condition and visitor experience on federally managed lands and water. By using this visitor use management framework, managers collaboratively develop long-term strategies for providing access, connecting visitor to key visitor experience, protecting resources, and managing visitor use. The purpose of the framework is to provide cohesive guidance on the 4 elements, which is build the foundation, and the second one is define visitor use management direction, and the third is identify management strategies, and the fourth is implement, monitor, evaluate, and adjust for analyzing and managing visitor use on federally managed lands and water. This framework is meant to be adaptable to different agency policies and regulation for a professional, comprehensive, and consistent approach to visitor use management. Other than that, one of the goals of this framework is to avoid the limitation of previous framework. Okay, now we'll continue in a sliding scale approach. This framework is designed to be highly flexible and adaptable to local situations and needs. The notion of the sliding scale approach of analysis, whereby the investment of time, money, and other resources in the analysis is commensurate with the complexity of the project and the consequences of the decision. The framework acknowledges that there are a variety of factors that influence where a visitor use management issues or plans on the sliding scale. The factors include the level of uncertainty about the issue, risk of impacts to resources and visitor experience, degree of stakeholder interest, and level of controversy or potential for litigation. The framework includes a decision support tools to help framework users evaluate their issues and projects to better understanding the appropriate level of analysis for their plan or project. And now, I will pass to the next presenter, which is Hairil.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, Encik Mustaqim bin Hashim and everyone. Today, I would like to tell about the elements of visitor use management. This framework is divided into 4 major elements. First, build the foundation. The first of the 4 elements of the structure is to create the base. It helps to explain why a project is important and how the project is better tackled. The steps in this aspect allow management to consider how the project needs to be planned and the tools required for completing the project to be identified. You use the sliding scale to assess the commitment necessary for these measures. The key stage include explanation of project intent and necessity. Next, element 2. Define visitor use management direction. The aim of this feature is to address questions. What do we do and what will prove that our management has been effective over time? Steps in this aspect are visitor management direction and may be developed as part of a scheduled manual or developed more extensively within the context of a particular resources or activity plan. The clearly developed principles for visitors usage management convey an optimistic outlook for the future, have a direct reference to future management actions and avoid inclement or haphazard transition. Alright, here we go. Element 3. Identify management strategies. This part is intended to address the question of how to use visitors to attain or sustain the conditions required. This feature is structured to assist managers in identifying management techniques and activities for the achievement and maintaining of required project requirements. Management strategies are generic approach to guest usage management problems, while steps are unique for applying management strategies. Management strategies, this item further outlines the visitor capacity recognition and development plans for this capacity. Alright, finally we arrive at element 4. What is element 4? Element 4 is implement, monitor, evaluate and adjust. This component is intended to address questions. How are management decisions applied and when are the lessons learned adapt? Monitoring promotes a strategy focused on education in which the more the workforce can tolerate the environments they see, the more we know it. The steps under this feature signify a mechanism for enforcing management practices, monitoring behavior, assessing outcomes of monitoring and adjusting management techniques and actions on the basis of the results of the monitoring.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Aqilah Bt Sanusi. I will make a conclusions of the visitor use management. In conclusions, the visitor management is important to encourage access, improve visitor experience, and protect resources values. It also to sustain resources conditions and visitor experience. The framework of visitor use management is a guidance for the manager to manage the visitors of users. It has 5 steps that consist of 5 questions such as how, what, how, and do that shows the basic elements or the process of the visitors use management framework. In other terms, it is important of visitor management in maintaining the park and recreation management to maintain the quality of park resources and experience for visitors and to the next generations. Besides, the park and recreation management also responsible to take care and maintain the park. As a visitors and human being, we have to take care and responsible to alert and follow the management rule in park and recreations. That's all from our group. Thank you.